What's up, you guys? Felicia, your balling and bipolar success coach here, going live. If anybody, I always get confused because these lives, you all, what happens is, I don't know if you know this, but it like says go live and then like it pauses and then anyway. So hope you're here. Hope you can hear me. Um, I wanted to first say that book launch went really, really well, thanks to you guys. Um, if anybody does happen to join while I'm on this live, go ahead and throw me a like and a comment, and we can chat via comment or whatever. If you have questions about the book, questions about you, things you might struggle with, anything like that. If you see this video after it's live, comment, holler at me. I always check it. All good. So I know a lot of people do watch these, but if I'm not on here live, I'm on there at some other point. I wanted to say first and foremost that I ghosted social media for a minute. I think we had ads running or whatever, but I have found out that after a launch, your body is depleted. Your mental health is like suffering. So after that, there was like a full week where I was doing lives every day and we were doing content all the time and da 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 da, and it was exhausting because I work a 9 to 5 too and have a life and blah blah blah. So I'm sorry that I haven't done a live all week or haven't been available on here. But what I wanted to do was I needed to take a beat. I actually got sick last Friday. It was wild too, you all, because I think my body and mind knew that I needed to be on for a specific amount of time. And then literally after the live was done on Friday, I just like was in bed in like an hour. It was wild. It was like I was just done. So I think that's a lot of this piece is like understanding when our bodies need rest, and need to recuperate, so that you can come back and be like full force, right? So it's okay to be lazy sometimes when it's deserved. I had a big day Saturday. I had, some things going on Saturday, but Sunday, Monday, after work, I had some time to just recuperate and just take that into account for your own lives too. I wanted to tell you all a little bit how book launch went. Now, if you don't know yet, if you're just now coming to my ecosystem or if you're seeing this now, I have a book out. It's called Be Happy or Get the F Out. It's on Amazon, reach bestseller, #1 bestseller. Um, it is on Amazon. I think the Kindle version might still be 99 cents. I think it's going up to like $5. You do not have a Kindle. You don't have to have a Kindle to buy that. You just get an app and it's right there on the app. Paperback version is $8. We're keeping it at $8. You don't need to pay more for that. The book itself, if you don't know, I've been getting really good feedback, you all. I think it's worth $8 for sure. It's not only for bipolar people. I've been told that it's helped many other people who might have suffered from trauma or other mental health just stuff, right? It's a story of my manic episode, all that stuff, but it's how to really rebuild your life, rebuild self-esteem, confidence, your independence, your value, all that stuff. And I think it's really helpful. I think it's entertaining. I think it keeps your attention, and it's a really easy read. So go check it out. I wanted to let you all know. So we had a full kind of week launch. Within the first 5 hours of the first day of launch, we reached bestseller. That was really exciting. That's thanks to you guys, a lot of my friends too out there who helped me with that. Um, and if it weren't for you all, I do this because I want to help people. I do this because I didn't have a path at all or a light at the end of the tunnel for when I was in the most desperate state of my entire life. And so that's why I do what I do. I don't do it just because I like to hear myself talk. Okay. I do it for you guys. And the more that we can get bipolar awareness out, the more people that are helped. And it's not just for bipolar people, it's for the parents, it's for the family members. There are so many things now that I've like come across and ideas that I've come up with for taking legal action. There is a person that I know where her daughter was 18. I was 21, and it was really hard for my parents to do anything because I was an adult. And there's no processes in place for the parents to have any kind of control because the cops take offense, they're on the defensive. There's no process in place for like mental health, having a social worker there for like mental inquest warrants and things like that. There's so many things that are missing in the mental health world. There was a lady that my mom knows who has a daughter who she was in a full manic episode in Florida, like outside of their state. And the mom almost got no help. Her daughter was delusional and was just walking around Florida thinking she was going to walk home to Kentucky. And her mom was like trying to get help. And they were like, well, she's an adult. We can't do anything about it. And she's like, what do I do? I don't know where my, so there's legal action that needs to be taken in our system itself, that we need to start I want to start a freaking Felicia Keller bipolar foundation, because there are so many things in place that should be in place that are not there yet for this type of situation, because it can just wreck people's lives. I mean, the poor parents, you poor parents and family members and friends of people like us, we as the bipolar person, we go through it and that's a whole other animal. But for you all, oh my gosh, it is awful, stressful, detrimental. It's just awful for everybody involved. So, as much awareness as possible, knowing what this looks like so that we can catch it earlier is of utmost importance. If we knew what was going on in the beginning or what it could be, maybe we could have caught it faster. So, just knowing kind of what these things look like in the beginning is really important, and knowing how to get out of it, how to come back, how to understand it, blah, blah, blah. You all have heard me talk about that many times. If you haven't, I've got a podcast, Ballin' and Bipolar, all outlets. I've got a lot of lives on here talking about all this. You can take a look at it. I've got so much free stuff out there, content that you guys can take a look at if you want more information on bipolar solutions, advice, stories, all kinds of stuff. And everything that I talk about has been Felicia tested, doctor approved. Okay. So there is nothing I would ever tell you guys that I don't do daily or I haven't done to help me come out of something. And that hasn't been either written by a doctor and confirmed, or talked to my own psychiatrist and therapist and have worked out myself. So, it's, you always, 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 you would never take advice from someone about medications that is not a trusted doctor. Don't take what I say as Bible. What I say is from my experience, what I know to be true in my own life. And these are suggestions and ideas that might work for you. But always, always, always talk to your doctor, psychiatrist, therapist, all that good stuff. What I wanted to do was, we've had a number of really good, sales with the book. That's all fine and great. Just huge thank you to you guys. I hope that what we can do with this platform, and these videos, is I would like to build a community of us, so that we can come and we can talk about bipolar success, bipolar struggles. I want to be supportive though. I don't want any hate. I don't want any nastiness. If you are struggling with something, I will do my very best to help you through that. Like, that's why I'm here. Okay. I will say I've got, if you would like to, I don't know, if you don't, it's all good. It's not going to change my life if you buy this or not. I've got a course. You can go to my website. It's www.ballinandbipolar.com. I've got a course. I think it's like $147, that you can buy if you want to. It's just going to go through everything like in a nice format for you. You can always have access to it. I think that's really helpful. I've got a coaching program. It's going to launch on September 1st. If you guys want to work together, we can. I do have projects running. I would like to start kind of a $7 a month private community to where I'll do private webinars, private Q&A, and work with you guys on that, like a private channel, which I think would be really cool. Just to build. But for all intents and purposes, those are just future things, future ideas for you to keep in the back of your mind. Free content is awesome. I've got an Instagram, Felicia_Ballin and Bipolar 01. A lot of good content there. Podcast, book. That's not free, but great. A lot of stuff on this Facebook group as well. So lots of things that you can gain access to for free. That's what I want. I want to help you guys as much as I can. I hope you all are doing well out there. I'm not going to stay on here for a long time. I just wanted to pop in and thank you guys so much for your support. Again, awareness to this thing is the most important piece so that we can come out and be balling and bipolar. If you're not balling yet, you can be, you will be. I am not special. I want to make that really clear. I am not more successful than you because I'm special at all. I just did a lot, okay? And I formulated a plan. And it took me 14 years to get to this place. I'll go through you with the timeline just so you better understand. Diagnosed bipolar in 2010. 2012, I was finally pretty level on meds. So it took 2 years to get really level, figure out what dosages and medications worked right. 2 full years. It is a process. During that time, I was going to appointments with psychiatrists, therapists. During this time, it was survival. I was trying to be okay and safe every day. I had my parents' support system. I was glued to them. I had mad anxiety, lost everything, self-worth, all that. That was a really hard 2 years. The next 2 years, we're trying to kind of get out a little bit, get out of my shell, learn who I was again, kind of get back into the gym. My light came back on within these 2 years. So from 2012 to 14. When 2015 came, I was back. Okay, it took 5 full years. My nephew was born in 2015. I was so grateful that I had been diagnosed in 2010, had 5 years to make a comeback because I had a responsibility to help my sister raise this kid. So that was a blessing in and of itself. From 2015 to about 2018, I was socially coming back. I had my apartment. I had a beautiful, awesome job and a dog, and my friends were back. I was back. Felicia was back. But what was wrong then was I wasn't necessarily thriving. I was having a hell of a time. I was thriving. I was thriving for me at that time. But the question then was, I thought that I had to be on all the time because I had been boring and scared that I would never get my energy back. And when I got that energy back in 2015 to 18, I thought that I always had to be on 10. I never wanted to be calm. I never wanted I never wanted people to see me chill because I thought depression, boring. I never wanted to see that. So it took 5 more years to come back and understand that I did not have to be on all the time. I could be chill. I was still Felicia, still okay to relax. So then a few years later, it became, who do I want to be in life? What do I want to do with my life? Then I started asking different questions. Then I started on my business, got into sales, kind of 10x the life from there. So that's kind of the progression of the 14 years since I've been diagnosed. You can get there too. I am not special. What I have done is I have just put in kind of methodologies. This is what I did here. This is what I did there. These are the mechanisms. This is the formula to bipolar success based on 14 years of trial and error. Okay. I did not say in 2012, like, I need to be responsible and I need to do this and that. No, I was just surviving, and I knew, just looking back in retrospect, what worked and what didn't, what the problem was, what I wasn't told, and what I needed to be told. So I'm kind of getting all that clear and concise for you guys. I hope that makes sense. Remember, keep trudging forward, okay? If you made it here today, you made it thus far in your life. Let's rock on. If it's safe, happy, healthy, rock on. You guys have a good weekend.